Hello there comrades, I didn't see you there. Today I'm still behind on my car, so I dug through my old laptop and found not one but two projects that I've fully filmed and not edited. This time we'll be going over a pewter necklace pendant. I made this about 5 years ago for an ex-girlfriend before she cheated on me. She cheated on you. She left you for another man. Were you not good enough? Did you not put in enough work? Did you not love her enough? You tried, but she just couldn't love you. Can you ever love anyone else again? Ever? Is this it? Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Welcome to 2015. You will need 1 putrid cuttlefish, 1 carving tool, some pewter, 1 metal shot glass, or anything really made of metal that you can melt the pewter in. Doesn't really matter. So, first task is to take our fish and carve it. I'm carving a heart-shaped pendant because I loved my girlfriend. You can see there's a little ring at the tip of the fish. This is to attach the pendant to the necklace. Now that it's complete, it's time to get our pewter ready. I have this pewter flagon, which I picked up from a local charity shop. I tore strips off it and then kind of folded them up. You want to fit as many of these as you can into your shot glass. Pewter is very easy to reuse, so it doesn't matter if you put too much in. You can always just melt it back down for another project. Now you got to get your heat gun and melt it. I'm using this electric hot air gun. Usually used for like paint stripping and stuff. It goes up to like 400 degrees, but you can use a blowtorch or anything really. Now I've taken it off the heat. I'm using a metal stirring tool to remove all the slag. Because the flagon was kind of because the flagon came in sheets, the slag to metal ratio is actually quite high because it's like flat, big surface area. Now I'm sticking it back under the heat in preparation for the pour. Here's the pour. Oh yeah, that's so satisfying, isn't it? You can see I'm pouring both the necklace and the little ring. And this stuff is pretty hot. And you can see here where it spills onto the surface, the varnish is actually evaporating and bubbling up through the pewter. So beautiful. Here we are, extracting the finished product. There's the little ring, and that's what we're going to work on first. So I'm taking the ring and clamping it in a pair of pliers. They're probably the best thing for this because the ring's so tiny. Using the little divot that was cast into there, I aligned the drill with it and send that son of a bitch to Whole Town. Now comes the funnest part, filing off the rough cast finish. You can see I'm kind of experimenting with lots of different techniques for this because the little ring is very fiddly. Oh, hello. Now that we've finished the filing, it's time to sand it down and get it to a nice surface finish. You might have noticed I've left a slight bulge on one side. This will kind of go inside the pendant a little bit and gives the soldering area more surface. Yes, I did fuck up the first casting, so here I am recasting the pendant. I'm putting more metal into it this time, and I'm also resting it more stably. There it is, looking beautiful. You can see it kind of overspilled and went into a ring cast that I'd previously done. So this just needs to be cut off. Overall though, the shapes come out very nicely. Now, it's the same again. You know the drill. Time to take her to File Town. Now, filing something this big and that has lots of like gradual curves over it means you'll be left with lots of facets, lots of like little flat faces. You can see I also ballsed up the filing a little bit, so now there's a line down the middle of it. Beautiful. I think it's about time for sandpaper. Again, just knocking down the facets, encouraging the surface into becoming smooth curves. Yeah. Does that not look beautiful? Here I am filing out the little notch that the pendanty thing will go into. Okay, before soldering it all together, it's time for a quick polish. I'm polishing it now to avoid a big ball ache later, because I don't know how complex the shape will be once I've soldered it, and currently the heart shape is very easy to polish. Alright, now it's on to the soldering. So I'm putting the two pieces together and resting them on the cuttle bone. Any heatproof surface really will do for this. I just had the cuttlefish around, and, it's very convenient. Here we go. Solder, check. Heat gun, check. You got to be really careful here, because the pewter only has a melting point of 50 to 100 degrees more than the solder. I'm just using basic electrical solder for this because I was very cheap back in the day. You've got to be very, very careful and ginger with this, and keep your heat gun moving. As soon as it's finished, stop. And there we go. Isn't it beautiful? That is the finished soldered product. Time for one final polish. Oh, it's looking good, isn't it? So good. I can't even tell you how happy I was with this project at the time. It really made me feel elated. And boom, there we go. One finished pewter necklace pendant. There's the money shot. Oh, beautiful.
Wasn't that lovely? Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Max, this footage is 5 years old. Where is this pewter necklace now? Should I even care? Well, you should care, you've made it this far. And the pewter neck pendant is here with us today. It now sits pretty on my car keys, where it has for the last 4 years. Overall, I've been very pleased with this project. It's served me well, it looks good, it's lasted a nice amount of time. Like, the soldering's still holding up and everything. Yeah, I'd rate it 7 chunks of lead out of 9. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra!
Let's get some pussy tonight.